Welcome to the Speaker Circle, where we're a safe place to come and gather virtually to share resources, ask questions, and receive monthly training to build our speaker profiles. Whether you're a new emerging speaker or you're an advanced speaker, we invite all to come here. Join us today on Facebook at My Speaker Circle. See you soon. Hello, everybody. Woo! All right, so welcome to our monthly chat, our monthly talk. It's already April, you guys. I didn't get to see you last month in March. So I'm so excited to be back, and I'm really excited about the topic this month. And so if this is your first time to the Speaker Circle talk, I want to say welcome. If you are viewing me from my personal page, make sure that you join us at the Speaker Circle group because, yes, you're seeing it now, but I'm telling you, you're going to want to, watch the replay. And the only way to watch the replay is in the group. This group is really great for those that are wanting to get into the speaking business or those that are already in the speaking business, but you want to stay sharp, right? It's always good to keep sharpening your skills. It's always great to continue to want to be better and do better. And how do we do that? We surround ourselves with people who are doing better and being better, right? Hey. And so that's what we're talking about today. And so I'm really excited about our guest today. And before we do that, I like to highlight our member of the week. So let's give it up for our member of the week, Shannon King. Woo-woo, woo-woo. Yes. So each week we highlight a member of the week, and Shannon King, thank you for being a part of the Speaker Circle group. And how do you become a member of the week? Just by being a part of the group, sharing, liking a post, being a part and giving your opinion on something. That's how you become a member of the week. And what we do is just highlight who you are, highlight a little bit about you, and highlight about your speaker experience. And so let's get right to it. So today's topic is putting together an excellent speaker's kit. I'm going to show the flyer really quick. Ooh, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Hey! I'm sorry. I get excited. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Okay. So I'm really excited about this because especially for those that are new to speaking, you're like, look, I see that you put all these speaking opportunities in the group, but I'm not really sure how to apply, or I'm scared to apply, or I'm not sure what to say, or I'm not sure what to prepare. I'm not sure what to do. I have all these questions. Well, guess what? Today we have the answers, and we have the perfect person who is going to share with you what you need to do to prepare to make sure that you're ready to apply. Some of you have been applying and you're like, look, Lanice, I've been applying and nobody's calling me. Nobody's ringing my bell. Well, we want to make sure that people are calling you and that you are getting those speaking opportunities. And so a little bit about our expert speaker today. I'm so excited to have Rochelle Parker. Let's give it up for Rochelle Parker. Hey, Miss Parker. She probably hear that all the time. But Miss Parker, she is a trailblazer. She believes that her greatest asset is her ability to coach women. Yes, to coach women, to become a champion in the process in this thing called life. She cultivates spaces centered in connecting women across generations to build relationships essential to their process. And guess what? Today, she's going to talk about the process, of getting your speaker kit together. She is excellent at building relationships. I know this personally. I met her years ago. I'm so excited that she's here and she's in this space. And guess what? She is definitely an expert at what she does. Not only does she help women in growing, but she definitely is a speaker, international speaker. She has been everywhere, not just in Milwaukee, but throughout different states speaking. Right? She knows what she's talking about. So, without further ado, you guys, since this is virtually, show some heart, show some love as she comes up and tells us how we get it together. We got to get it together, y'all. We want to be ready for our speaking opportunities by putting our kit together. So show some love for Miss Parker.
Hey, everyone. Hey. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. I am so grateful. Shout out to Miss Lanisi for this opportunity to be able to speak into your life and get you prepared for a speaker kit. Hey. Y'all gonna have to forgive me. You know, sometimes you gotta make sure yourself together in all spaces. A little bit under weather, but I am here to give you all my best when it comes to talking about a speaker kit. So listen, one of the favorite things I love to do is, number one, make sure you have pen and paper. Pen and paper. It is a key. Being a speaker, being a writer, anything of that nature, you always need to carry what? Pen and paper. Always, because you never know. You're going to need notes, right? You're going to need to be able to go back and look at some of the things that you are. Now, for me, I know we're virtual. Some people are in person. Some, it's called hybrid, right? So the amazing thing about creating a speaker kit, first of all, before you create that, you need to know the type of speaker that you are. Number one, I want you to write down, who am I? What type of speaker am I? Who are you? You know, what do you bring to the table? Who are you? And this is the thing, creating speaker stuff. You got to know who you are. You got to know the lane that you in. You have to know, because everybody, some people say, well, somebody's speaking at somebody. No, number one, know who you are. What type of speaker am I? Ask yourself that question. What type of speaker am I? Okay, because everybody can speak. Everybody have different things. So you need to know what type of speaker that you are. Okay, that's part of creating a speaker kit. You need to know what type of speaker you are, because you may not be the corporate type of speaker. You may not be the motivator. You may be a trainer. You may be a facilitator. You may be this type of person. So you have to know what type of speaker you are. Another thing, number two, you need to watch people that's in that lane. So if you're a motivator, if you're a facilitator, if you're a trainer and you're training people on how to, for example, if you're training people on how to be health and wellness, right? You need to know that's what you're speaking about. You need to look at some people that's speaking in that lane. Not that you have to become them. Listen to what I'm saying. Not that you have to become them, but you have to know who you are. You have to be able to look up other people that may not look like you, sound like you. And that's the other thing. A lot of times what we do as speakers, because they don't look like us, sound like us, be like us, we tend to write them off. That's not good, because you don't know what they can speak into your life, right? So number one, know what type of speaker you are. Number two, always look up the speaker that you are in the lane that you're going into. Always look it up. Don't shy away to get expertise. I think sometimes we allow, let me be frank and honest with you, sometimes we allow people that got a degree, or I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, and I don't have this. But you have to know part of that. Yeah, we talking about a speaker kit, but before I get into that, you got to know the type of speaker you are, and then you have to look up them people. Don't be afraid to reach out. Don't be afraid to say, hey, I'm not that great at this. I'm coming into the game. I'm trying to learn about it. So let me give you a background about me. When I started speaking, let me tell you, I started to do forensics when I was in the 6th grade, right? And this, let me tell y'all, I was in the 6th grade, did forensics, and I did poetry. And one of my poems was Harriet Tubman. Now, shout out to my girl, Harriet. Now, that's one of my favorite people. And people don't have to be today's world. Sometimes you can look at history and you can see why Harriet was so profound to me, is that Harriet stood in who she was. Harriet did what she did. Though they was after her head, Though they try to come after a girl, she was determined to help free the slaves. She was determined. They called her Moses. And so she was more so into the thing of saying, this is who I am. I'm here. My purpose, my drive is to come and do what I was created and designed to do, right? So, excuse me. So she was like, this is who I am, partner, like, take it or leave it. So when I did the poem, I won #1 in state. That's what really, like, I was like, yo, I gotta give God, like, we gotta, back then I'm like, yo, I gotta give like something. And I knew that I didn't know how powerful it was, but I knew that I had a gift. And so you gotta know that you have a lot of people that do speaking, and you got a lot of people that's gifted. Some people do it. This is what they do, and you can tell. Let me ask you this question. Ask yourself this question. How many people you heard speaking, you could just tell that they do it? They just do it. If you heard them for they did, this is what I do. And you don't want nobody to just do it. As a speaker kid, you want to be able to reach, transform, and transform your audience to go and do better. You ever been to an event and somebody just, you hear them speaking, you like, oh, I can't wait till they done speaking? Because they have not profound, not that they're not a speaker, not that, but they haven't found their niche. They just talk because they love to talk. But I need you not just to, I don't need you just to like to talk. Listen, write this down. Third point. I need you to know the difference between like and love. Do you like to speak or do you love to speak? Because when you like to speak, it's something that you just do. When you love to speak, that is who you are. That is it's radiant. It comes off. No matter whether you're virtual, no matter whether you're in person, you can reach right where they are, right? I want to grab their attention. You got to understand how to grab your audience attention, right? Whether it's virtual or whether it's in person, you should be able to grab their attention, grab hold, and be on point to what you're talking about. I don't want you to like it. I want you to love what you're doing. I want you to love it because I want you to be able to reach your audience. In the first 5 minutes, when I took communication class, in the first 5 minutes, and it's probably shorter than that, the audience will know you either gonna grab their attention or you're gonna lose their attention. They'll know. So rather listen, and you don't have to be a Eric Thomas, a Les Brown, a Tony Robinson. You don't have to be a Lisa. You don't have to be any of them. What you can do is find your niche. Tell somebody, put on there, tell somebody, find your niche. Find your niche. I mean, you may be a comical speaker, you may be a serious speaker, whatever it is, find your niche. Tell somebody, I'm finding my niche tonight. Well, you asked me a question. How do I find my niche? How do I find my niche? Remember, I just told you like and love. If you just like talking about something, and listen, you don't have to take every speaking engagement. If it does not align, next point, it has to align with what you are and who you are. Tell somebody it got to align. I hope y'all writing this down because this is important. And I'm going to slow myself down so you can really grab hold to what I'm saying to you. You want to align. You don't have to take every speaking engagement. You don't have to. I don't take every speaking engagement. People say, I don't care how much money they're giving me. I do not take every speaking engagement. I do not. You know why? Because it has to be aligned to what I'm doing and who I am. The moment, and listen, you don't have to chase money. Catch what I'm saying? When you're a speaker, you don't have to chase money. Some of y'all are like, man, I got to get out of here. I got to get out here. Listen, you know how many platforms it is out here? You got social media. You got Clubhouse. You have Facebook. You got Instagram. They also have this app. If you don't know about this app, I challenge you to download this app because a lot of times I go on there Tuesdays and Thursdays. So one of the apps, I'm going to give you a tip, is called Wisdom app. It's like a podcast. You can go on there and speak and meet people from all over the world, right? So there's different avenues that can catch your attention in speaking. Even if you go to corporate, sometimes when you're speaking on social media or different things like that, people start reaching out to you, say, hey, I want you to come to my church, or I want you to come to my business. I want you to come and speak to my people. Okay, what is it? They'll start asking you to go to a retreat. I was on Clubhouse, and the lady said, man, I have an encounter coming up, and I would love for you to come and speak. Okay. Well, Rochelle, do this align with what you're doing and who you are? And a lot of times we feel like, oh my God, I gotta get it. I gotta get every speaking engagement, but you do not. It has to align to what you are and who you are. You cannot just be like, I'm just gonna grab every speaking engagement. No, do not do that. Because what you'll find yourself is scattered and all over the place. I don't want you scattered. I want you to be precise, clear, and who you are. Okay, you don't have to chase money. This is the thing about speaking. You don't have to chase money. It will follow you if you stay true to who you are. The moment you step out of alignment of who you not are, it doesn't attract the people. It doesn't grab their attention. They'll move on to somebody else. Because, and then also in the speaking arena, you got to be who you are. People going to attract, you attract what's in you. When you are not authentic, when you are not transparent, when you trying to conform to what they do and not transform. Listen, when I go into a room and when I'm speaking on here, I decree and declare that you will not conform to other speakers, but you will be transformer. You will walk in rooms and you will transform. You will go in places and you will transform. That is my ultimate mission, is that I go into rooms and I am the light and I transform, not conform. Tell somebody, I'm not conforming, I'm transforming. So when you go and you speak, you should be transforming. Okay, that's another point for you. So you ask, what do we do with a speaker kit? You can talk about a speaker kit, but I just gave you some points on how to create that as well. Now, when you're creating a speaker kit and you want, and one of the things that I started to do a lot of times with the speaker kit too, you want to create your speaker sheet. How many of you have a speaker sheet? You need a speaker sheet. A lot of times when you're creating your speaker kit, you need a speaker sheet. That speaker sheet really tells them where they can find you, who you are, and your expertise. Who you are, your expertise, and all of that. Where you've been seen. So if you just had speaking engagement, and listen, it don't have to be so grand, right? A lot of times we think that a speaker sheet has to be grand, right? I was just on the news here in Milwaukee on Channel 4, right? And so that was where I was just seen, right? And so that's on my speaker sheet, because sometimes when you're dealing with corporate, and this is the thing, you have to know the different angles. Some of y'all won't hit corporate right away, right? Some of y'all will wait to go to corporate. Some of y'all are already in the corporate lane. But no matter where you are, if your lane is empowering and group homes, going to group homes, listen, you got to find your lane, okay? Because so many people, you know, they say, well, saturated. I don't care how well the speaker lane is saturated. What makes you different? What makes you align with your purpose? You have to make sure that when you are doing things that it aligns with. Okay, you don't have to go to corporate. You may find somebody that works in group home facility, excuse me, and they like, hey, can you come and do a training? Can you come and speak to my staff? And you give them your budget. Listen, when you create your speaker kit sheet, make sure you put your important stuff in your expertise. And listen, let me tell y'all this with your speaker kit as well. When you're sending out contracts, don't lowball yourself. Don't lowball yourself. Stop lowballing yourself because you like, well, I only been doing this for a year. No. It's not. Let me break the myth off of you. It doesn't matter. It's not, well, I got to start from the bottom to the top. Absolutely not. You can start from the top and decree your prices. You don't have to say, oh, I'll just listen. You should not, as a speaker, you should not go less than 3,500. And honestly, it should go straight to the top, about 7,500, because you should not lowball yourself. In your speaker kit, you need to have your prices. You need to know like what you pay, depending on the training, depending on what you're facilitating. Make sure, number one. And then the other thing is you want to revise your speaker kit because you will grow. You don't have to revise it every time, but make sure, I'll say 6 months to a year, you know, revise your speaker kit. Have your speaker kit. Also, knowing your prices. Stop lowballing yourself. Some of y'all like, and guess what? Let me tell you, it don't mean that that your amount is high. It means that it's just not in their budget. And it's okay that it's not in their budget. Move on to the next. Some of y'all be so down and out when they say, well, I can't afford you. You ought to be grateful that they can't afford you right now, because you don't want to lowball yourself because, this is a year. I just only been doing this for a year. No, start. That's been a myth for a long time. We've been saying start from the bottom, work your way to the top. No, listen, and I'm telling y'all, at least you know me. I'm gonna tell you, our God is a top God, right? And He don't allow us to start at the bottom. He said, everything that I made and everything that I created, you need to make sure you're getting your worth and your value, right? A lot of times we love to devalue the things that God has given us, and you are valuable. So let's go over this. Let me recap with you. Okay, number one, know the type of speaker you are. Okay, that's number one. Number two, you need to make sure you just don't like it, but you love what you do. Okay. Number three, you need to not chase the money. You ain't got to chase every speaking engagement. You don't have to take every speaking engagement either. It's okay to say no. Okay. You don't have to do every little detail. You don't have to, I got it. Don't be like one of them people just got it. Don't listen. Don't be them people. Because if you one of them people, I'm telling you, people gonna be like, oh God. No, don't be one of them people that gotta take every speaking engagement. Then you want it to align. You want it to align with what you're doing. Be in alignment. Be in alignment. Be in alignment. Okay. It's alignment with what you speak. Whether you're motivational, whether you're empowering, whether whatever it is, you have to be aligned with it, and make sure that whoever's reaching out for you, they are aligned with it, right? Who you are, what you stand for, and things of that nature. Listen, also make sure, I would hear me when I say this, make sure that whatever arena, whether it's corporate, whether it's group homes, whether it's the school system, that you know that everything that I do, I don't have to chase it, but I'm aligned. Also, make sure when you're doing your speaker kit, this is another thing. You got a speaker sheet, because you still, let me tell you, I know some of y'all love Jesus, some of y'all, but you got to take care of your business, because you got to make sure your contracts is in alignment. And if you don't listen, you ain't got to know everything as being a speaker. Let me tell you, this is why He gives you resources. The reason why Lanisa created this speaker circle is not only get you other avenues, but to connect with other people that may be gifted in them areas. This is not just a speaker circle where you could just be in a circle and just apply to speaking engagement. No, sometimes it's connecting with somebody that's resourceful that can help you with your speaker kit. Speaker sheet, get your contracts together. Don't lowball yourself. You ain't got to start from the bottom to the top. You know, you ain't got to start at the bottom and say, oh, I'm just going to charge 1,000. Now, granted, depending on, and you have to ask people, this is the other thing, when you're creating all this speaker kit stuff, you know, you have to create your budget. You got to create your budget, right? You got to know what's in your budget, far as, and when I say include everything from top to bottom, like your expenses, everything. And you have to create your speaker budget. That's another thing with the speaker. Create your speaker budget. Don't be afraid to tell people, this is my budget, this is what I have. And a lot of times it's a good thing to ask them, what is your budget for speakers? A lot of times people don't ask that question because they like, oh, they got nope. But then when they tell you that's not their budget, don't get frustrated. Don't get upset. Just, hey, move on to the next person because it's not in their budget. But also, don't forget about them either. This is the number one thing. This is why you need, let me tell you, email marketing. Email marketing is wonderful, because one of the things that I do when I'm doing speaking engagements is that sometimes I just send out my speaker sheet to different people, whether business, corporations, and I introduce myself and I tell them, hey, my name is such and such. I speak on boom, boom, boom. And really, I ain't got to tell them, because when they click on my speaker sheet, they see what I speak about. And so one of the key things is getting yourself out here. Also, you don't have to take every speaking engagement. Put that down. I don't have to take every speaking engagement. Okay. You don't have to take every speaking engagement. Know who you are as a speaker. That's part of a speaker kit. You got to know who you are. right? What you bring to the table, what you designed to do, what you was created to do. And lastly, but on, you're there to transform and not conform. You're
Mm,
there to transform lives.
that's
Okay.
good.
I know some of y'all probably want some fancy presentation. Voila, baby. I am the presentation. I'm joking. But you want to transform and not conform. When you go and speak to people, you want to make sure that you are imparting their life, that when they leave you, that they know that you gave them tools, tips that they can apply to their life. Application is important. Don't be on here and don't apply the things that I told you to apply. It is very simple, but it's strategy. And you have to know that you have to know who you are. You don't have to take everything. You have to be aligned with your purpose. You have to know who you are and your expertise. You have to know what you can give, because it doesn't mean, and a lot of things, this is one thing that I do love about speaking. Though I'm not the person, I may know somebody else that can speak in that lane. And this is part of connecting and collaboration. You know, sometimes as a speaker, you got to know what's your thing and what's not your thing. I'm more of an empowerment. I'm more of a transformational speaker. I'm more of the one that will penetrate your heart, no matter where I'm at. I'm more of the one that's going to give you tips, tools, and how to manifest your God-given purpose. Whether you a CEO, whether you are doing things in just regular world, a 9 to 5, how do you transform and doing what you was created to do, because your life matter, to make you think and believe differently, right? I'm a shifter. I'm a transformer. So I understand who I am in the speaker lane. So when people reach out to me, if it doesn't align to what I'm doing, thank you for the opportunity, but I can send somebody else your way. So be okay with it, because it's all about making sure you know who you are. So I know, let me say this. I know that this helped you, because I know a lot of people are just trying to figure it out. And also, there's different speaking avenues. Get on what I say, Wisdom app. Download the Wisdom app. I'm on there. So Wisdom app, download the Wisdom app, ladies and gentlemen, that will see the replay of this. You have Facebook. Also, another part of you getting your speaker, create a group. Create a group on Facebook. Create a group. Go on Clubhouse and do a room. Create things. Listen, you have the power to create your wealth. And if you sit and you're waiting for somebody to give you the go ahead, then you'll be sitting there waiting. You need to do the work. Get your speaker sheet. Know your expertise. Get your budget. It's okay if that person's not in your budget. Some people like, oh, no, it's okay. Know who you are. Don't dummy down your value. Know what you're walking into. Know the difference between your like and love. And I'm going to challenge you for the rest of this week. Do me a favor for the rest of this week. I hope y'all had y'all pens and papers, because I'm telling you, for you to be a speaker, you need to always write, right? Listen, one of the things I'm going to challenge you to do, I want you to do like and love when it comes down to your speaking. I want you to write, this is my like, this is my love. When you love something, let me help you. When you love something, not that you always do it for free, but when you love something, you're gonna put your all into it. It don't matter. You're gonna address it. You know, even if it's not in a person budget, it may be in your heart to do it for free. You'll do it. You got to understand that even though you're speaking, God will always take care of you. But I need you to write down the difference between your like and your love. And if you come to find out, hear me when I say this. When you come to find out that this is something that you like, I need you to reevaluate. I need you to reevaluate if this is something that you just like. Because if you like it, that means you're only doing it for the money. You're doing it for just a moment. You're doing it. Okay, I'll come and speak. Listen, don't do that, because what you're doing is doing yourself a disservice in the audience. Because what happens is that because I'm doing it because I like it, I well, I'm doing this because I like it. And then you're bleeding on other people's lives. You are a speaker. Let me tell you the points of being a speaker. A speaker is somebody that speaks into somebody's lives. And when you speak, you're speaking into their life. You're speaking into their soul. You're speaking into their mind. You're speaking into their heart. And when you understand the moment of being a speaker, the moment of speaking words out your mouth, the moment you speak, the power of your words is the moment you're penetrating somebody's life. So do me a favor. Do Lanicia and speaking group a favor. Do yourself a favor to really evaluate who you are in the speaking world. Don't do it because you like it. When you do it because you love it, you'll get a difference. It doesn't matter when you're tired. It doesn't matter what it looks like. You're going to keep going because you know that this is what God has really called you to do. So listen, I hope that it helped you out. I know that it did. And what I want to say to you all, I know Lanicia is going to put this up, but she also told me to say it. You can find me on all my social media pages. So on Instagram, you can find me as Rochelle Park, like PA underscore on Instagram. She put up my website, www.rochelleparker.com. You can also go onto my website and do a call with me, or also you can hire me as your speaker to come to transform people's lives, speak into their lives, and make sure that everything that I speak is aligned, that their life will be changed. Also, you can find me on Facebook as Rochelle Parker. Then also, ladies that's on here, I have a group called Confession of the Wound. And so you can find me in them parts. Also, subscribe to my website. And the reason why you need to subscribe is because every Tuesdays and Thursdays, I send out email marketing. I send a video just encouraging you throughout the week, celebrating you throughout the week, and doing some things. And so at this moment, I don't have any events coming up, but I will have some events soon. And so you will be able to connect with me even more. But if you need to connect with me now, go subscribe to my website. You can look and book me to come and speak. I just don't only speak to women, but I speak to CEOs, companies. I facilitate and train and help people grow and develop their, I call them partners. I don't call them employees for a reason, but they're your partners because they're there to grow your business and help you be developed and trained. And no matter what state you in, I can come to any state in the world. And I got my passport. I know some of y'all, listen, that's another thing. Get y'all passport. Some of y'all talking about y'all speakers. How you just gonna speak in the States? You gotta go international. So get your passport too, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I want to thank Lisa for this opportunity to come and speak into your life, to transform you, that you are capable and ability to do what God has called and created you to do. So go do the work, know who you are, and know your expertise. So having a great, amazing night. I thank Alicia for this opportunity. Y'all make sure y'all get people to come into the group as well because it's an amazing group.
I am at loss for words. I told y'all this was going to be good. Yes, somebody said that was good. Yes, that was all to the good. There was so much that was said. You have to know what you know and be secure about it. Yes, when you know what you know and you're secure about it, guess what? Then you know what speaker opportunities to even apply for. Then you're not wasting your time applying for stuff that don't even align to your vision, that don't even align to where you're going. You said something that literally almost had me in tears over here. You said so much. Girl, I almost feel like I was in church too. It was so much. You transformed tonight. So I hope people get a chance to watch the replay too, or come back and watch it again if you didn't watch it from the beginning. But you said you speak into people's life. That's what you do when you are a speaker. That's why it's so important that you don't just like what you do, that you love what you do, because you have to understand the seeds that you are planting. Do you understand the shifts that you are making when you speak? Do you understand the important role that you are playing in a person's life? So it's not just, oh, I'm getting up and doing something. No, loving what you're doing, understanding the importance of what you're doing. Thank you so much. And then you said, man, thank y'all. Y'all was taking some good notes. You have the power to create your wealth. Man, these are the words you said, honey. You was spitting that game tonight, y'all. If y'all missed it, y'all don't have to, because you can come back and watch it again, okay? Because this was so good. This was so good. So I hope you guys got something out of tonight. Again, get prepared. Be ready so you don't have to get ready. And so when you understand what you know when you know what you want to speak about, then that's how you get your speaker kit prepared, right? So when I know this is what I speak about, when like she knows that she transforms life, she knows who our audience is, then she can prepare her speaker kit accordingly. Who do you speak to? What is your area of expertise? Then you can prepare to do that. And if you look through the group, even if you look at a couple of applications, a lot of them are similar. They ask you some of the same things. So you know what you can prepare in advance. And so you guys, I hope that this has helped you. I hope that you guys are getting ready. If you haven't been getting ready, I hope now that you will get ready. If you need some additional help, that's why we have the speaker circle here. That's why I bring the experts that can help you get ready. You don't have to do it alone. You don't have to figure it out. One of the real reasons I did this is because when I started in the speaking arena, I didn't have anybody really. I didn't know what I was doing. I had a couple of people and I would go and ask questions, and I said, you know what? And people started asking me questions, and I'm like, I'm not the expert, but I can create, like was said, create the space. And so I wanted to create the space because we are each other's biggest wealth, right? And you have everything you need right here in this circle. So again, the information, what you need, your connection is right here. So I thank you. I thank you so much. And I want to share with you guys to join us next month, May. We have another great topic. It will be with Dwayne and Chanel, husband and wife. And they're going to talk about how they built their business without breaking the bank. In fact, they started their journey without even using a loan. So a lot of us, again, speaking is not just getting up and speaking, it is literally your business. So how can you start that without breaking the bank, right? You talked about, look, you have to know your budget. And so I'm so excited. Thank you again for joining us. Thank you all for joining us. Again, watch the replay, and we will see you all next month at the Speaker Circle. Have a great one.
Good night, everyone.